As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on parts and tools I use in today's project today. Got this 2006 Jeep Commander front wheel hub assembly or front wheel bearing on this guy. When you're driving down the road, it sounds like an airplane, or got like a grinding, growling, roaring noise coming from one side of the wheel. That's what's going on, so we're going to replace this wheel bearing. Let's check it out. Okay guys, first thing you're going to want to do, go ahead, lift the car. Always use jack stands and wheel chocks, and it's a 19mm lug nut. And take the wheel off, and let's look at that next step. Okay guys, the next thing you're going to want to do once you've got your wheel off, if you do not have an electric impact, you're going to need to remove the wheel, pop that center cap off right there. You can take a flathead or something. If you look at the back of it, you'll see it's just a little cap sitting in there, and you can pop that out. I don't have to pop mine out because I got the impact. The impact, that's a Milwaukee 1/2-inch impact. Link below in the video description. That one's 1,100 foot-pounds off of braking torque. The updated one, I believe, is 1,400 foot-pounds. It's amazing, so I'll show you. I already broke it loose just to make sure I could break it loose. Come over here and see, we took it all the way off, and this thing is probably, is it fully charged? No, it's only halfway charged, so, but still broke that off no problem, halfway charged. Now we'll look at what's next. Okay, next thing I did here is, you'll see my brake caliper is still all together and set up to the side, and you can, if you want, these are 14s, you can take the caliper off and then take the bracket off. I like to just kind of keep it all together, makes it go a little faster. I may run into trouble trying to hold it up if I don't run like a coat hanger or something up here. We'll see that in a second. But that is two 21s. There's one here and one here. You can see I've got the wheel turned right, and all I did was take the impact 21, got on here, and bam, just was able to zap them off that way. If you don't have that impact, again, you're probably gonna have to use a breaker bar and a 21, because those are on there really tight. So there's that, and then there's this little rubber seal right here, kind of fits down in there. It's really annoying. I don't recall ever seeing one of these before. I'm sure I must have, but you're gonna take that rubber seal out, and then take your big 4-pound hammer, just beat there, and it'll break it loose. You can tap on the back. You're going to be reusing this rotor, so you don't really want to mess the rotor up, but once you do that, you'll see this rotor comes right off. Boom, and look at what we're looking at. That's the new wheel hub assembly. Check link below in the video description for a great price on this wheel hub assembly. Comes with a new wheel speed sensor. And in the past, for customers, I've always just been like, oh, I'll just take this bolt out, and I'll just take the wheel speed sensor out, and then I'll just put it into the new one. I've had so many issues trying to take these wheel speed sensors out that basically what I do now is I'll actually just go, this one disconnects up here, I'll disconnect it, remove the wire, and just install the thing there with the new wheel speed sensor. Seems to save time. I guess that's why they do it a lot of times. They send it with that because they break so often and they're very inexpensive, so they just kind of send you a new one. My theory was, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because sometimes on new electrical parts you can have problems. So, but I found it's just easier, just go ahead and put the new one in with the new wheel hub assembly, that new wheel speed sensor. So anyways, now we've got this off, and we have 3 bolts left holding this little booger on. There's one here, there's one there, but they're on the back side, and they're 15. So you got one there, you got one there, and then of course you'll have one on this side. And you know what, I'm not even gonna have to spin the wheel probably. A lot of times what I'll do on different makes and models is I will turn the wheel left or right depending on the best way to get to it, and then that'll give me access. But this one, if you kept the wheel straight, you'd probably get all 3 of them without having to do anything like that. You can probably just get it with the wheel straight and not have to turn the wheel, so that's a plus. Alright, so let's see what happens next. Okay guys, the next thing we got is So I did go ahead and buzz the 15s out. Got the, I don't know why this camera doesn't like to focus, but there you go. 15 right there. And basically I came in with this big old wrench with the 15. Okay guys, and next thing, I went ahead and took the 15s out. I buzzed them off with my little Milwaukee ratchet over here, wherever you went. Yep, it's a 15 millimeter. And I broke them loose with this big ratchet. Just came here, beat down, break loose, same for the top. And then over here, I did not have to turn the wheel and broke it loose, and then buzzed those out so you can see it's out. And so once you have all three of those out, then we're gonna get this wire. So like I said earlier, we're not gonna take that bolt out. We're gonna come over here, you can see, pop that out. And how you pop those out is you take a pick, and like this one, it'll be closed, right? And you'll just sneak up in there and you'll just pop, and it'll pop right out. Then you'll be able to pull it out. And our connector up here, you're gonna have a little red piece. You're just gonna take your little pick, pop it up, and then that top piece right there, you'll push. I broke it, it's okay, it doesn't matter. And then you'll be able to pull that out. And you can see down at the bottom, it's still fine, and it'll still click on to this to the new connector. So there's that one, and then it'll be stuck in here. You're gonna pop out of there. You got another one of the, oh, this one, that back one right there, you're gonna take the pick and put it on each side of the little clip. Where's the little clip? Sorry. Boom, there we go. Yeah, so you just come and then push down and out, and then push up and out, and then you'll be able to pop it out there. And then that's all of them. So I believe. Could be wrong. Yeah. Oh, no, am I wrong? Yep. Oh, yeah, there's one right there too. So go ahead and take that out. Now, we've got our wire all the way off, and this thing is ready to come out. Unfortunately for me, I left my 4-pound hammer at home. This customer brought me this hammer. Good luck to me. Usually you're gonna want a 4-pound, and you're gonna beat the tar out of this thing. My old automotive instructor used to say, beat it like your girlfriend's watching. But yeah, you're just gonna really beat hard on this side, that side, and usually it's a struggle with the 4-pound. So hopefully this isn't as bad as it looks. You can also take some PB Blaster and kind of spray right in here. Hope to break that connection a little bit, and I'll get back with y'all here in a minute and we'll see how it went. I just realized something, y'all. My phone's sitting right here. I could show you this. So check it out. This is what I'm doing. And fortunately for me, this is helping it tap out a little bit. So oh, and I don't want this to fall either. It's also a good idea to wear eye protection when doing this, because a little piece of metal can shoot you in the face. You don't want to hurt your eye. We're gonna come look and see what it's done. So can I switch while I'm filming? You can see it's starting to make a little gap. The other thing I can do is I can go grab a little pry bar and kind of pry on it a little bit also. But this one, thank God, is coming out really easy. So I'll just, beat on the other side, beat on that side, use the pry bar a little bit, and this will be out in about 2 minutes. Okay, so next thing, and guys, what it is, you can see I smacked the tar out of this thing, but I just beat on this side really hard, and once it got far enough apart, I just came in here with the pry bar, just kind of popped, and it popped out, because I didn't have much of an angle to swing and hit behind. You are going to need to hit behind to really be able to make a difference. So next thing, you see my axle nuts back on, and I also sprayed PB Blaster in there. Link below in the video description. But yeah, just get you some PB Blaster, and this is the stuff also you could spray in there, and it would help this come apart a little bit. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to break the connection between the axle and the inside splines of this hub assembly. You can see it's got those splines, and the axle is kind of stuck in there. So we'll take that, and then again, I don't have the 4-pound, so good luck to me. But with my left hand, I'll hold on to the wheel hub. My right hand, I'll kind of tap this in, and hopefully it taps in, and then we can pull the hub off of the axle. Okay guys, and once you've reached the point I was talking about earlier, this thing should pop off with a few taps on the end of the axle. I have an odd scenario where it will not come off, so I'm actually putting it back together now. I'm gonna send them to a shop where you could take a sawzall or a torch and kind of cut it off from here and then replace your axle and replace the wheel hub assembly. So that's what he'll probably end up doing. There is a special tool you can, it looks like this, you stick it on there and there, start the wheel lugs, and then there's a bolt that runs through here. Where'd that little guy go? Like that, and then you tighten that on, and then you kind of press it, and that would not work for this thing either. I even tried without the stud. I'm just using the tool itself to push through. You tighten those lugs down and it pushes, and this thing would not come out for nothing. So just got to cut it off, replace the axle. That's what I'm doing. But your install at this point, this piece should just be coming off. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because this one is stuck on, but I assure you it will come off unless it's crazy like this one. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Installs, reversal, removal, and see you next time.